What is up, everybody? Welcome to a very special edition, a special episode of Murray Chat. This is my full review of the Xbox Series X and the Sony PlayStation 5 after having a lot of time with both of them and fully using them and really taking the time, making notes in my head, and having an experience with them, in-game experience with them, using them every night. If you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/MurrayNJ08, I archive the gameplay on my channel here. All next-gen gameplay, using the systems, using the features, using the operating systems, the UI, the new UI features, the hardware, taking notice of the hardware capabilities. You know, what would make the person watching this review want the system, make that next leap into the next gen? What is the future hold? What is to look forward to? What do they have now if they jump in? What is my honest take? What do I think about the hardware now? What do I think about the software lineup? What do I think about how older games run? What do I think about the hype? And it's not early impressions, it's all the time that I've spent on the systems every night on Twitch, playing Xbox, playing Madden, playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, playing Forza Horizon 4, playing PS5 Astrobot, playing Destruction All Stars, playing Bugsnax, playing Destiny 2, playing the Maiden Resident Evil demo, and backward compatibility, and playing the older PS4 games, and playing the old Xbox games, all the generations of Xbox 360, Xbox One, what's enhanced. And so I really feel that I have a full take on it now. And overall, the big picture, I'm very happy. I'm very impressed. Was it worth the hype? I think so. Now, my view is like anything in the world. A dime a dozen. Your view may be different. It depends on what your budget is. What's worth it to you? You know, if you're a casual gamer and your PS4 is doing fine, or especially if you have a PS4 Pro or an Xbox, or especially if you have a Series X. Series X is a great machine. Matter of fact, I have my Series X plugged in on another HDMI input. I use it as backup because of the hard drive space on the Series X. On the Series X. I'm sorry. The one Xbox. Oh my God, this is confusing, isn't it? The Xbox One X. If you have an Xbox One X, I have mine hooked up on another HDMI port as a backup because of just the hard drive overflow to play older Xbox games. Because I'm doing it now with my PS4. Because PS5 hard drive is so precious because we can't update the solid state right now. And we can't, even on PS5, you can't transfer games right now, even for storage, to an external. With a Series X, you can. So I'm using my older systems just as hard drive storage for their internal hard drive until they come out with solutions on these new systems. The Series X has a expansion card, but it's like $200 for 1 terabyte. And the PS5 has nothing yet. They say it's coming though. So right off the bat, to talk about storage, that's a problem. 1 terabyte, and then how much is taken up by the operating system? And I was just taking a look at the Series S. I think they said by the time you take it out of the box, there's like 300 and something gigs free. That's terrible. But again, it's a $299 system. So you have to take these things into consideration. However, it is an old digital system, so it's like, My God, what are you gonna do? One Call of Duty game? That the Call of Duty game is getting insane, by the way, with the hard drive space. Every day it goes up. I mean, come on. Really? Manage your freaking software. This solid state hard drive is precious. I'm running into a problem now. My PS5 hard drive is maxed out. My Series X is okay because I'm able to put a lot on my external USB, but I can't play Series X games off of it. I can always store them. On PS5, I can't even do that. So the PS5 games can't even leave the hard drive. So hard drive, a problem. You got to come up with something. Let us go out and buy an external USB solid state, and they're not going to do that right now because they want you to buy the proprietary. They want you to buy that stupid $200 Seagate expansion slot for the Series X. That's got to come down. But listen, just like 8K TVs and 4K TVs, everything will come down eventually. Everything does. I remember when flat TVs were a big thing. They came down. Everything comes down. So hard drive definitely will come down. Look at the memory cards or SD cards, how cheap you can get them now. Memory comes down, and these systems will definitely come down in price for hard drives for memory. So it's the beginning. I understand. I'm an early adopter. That's the problems with being an early adopter. You get the bugs. That's another thing we're going to talk about. And you get everything else out of the gate. You have to deal with it. As far as performance, there's nothing like it. When you see that seamless gameplay and there's no loading screens, and like, for instance, especially on the Series X, but the PlayStation 5 is no joke either. But on the Series X, like I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there's apps, you don't even think about it because you have to think about it because it doesn't even, you don't even realize it because you're like, holy shit, I forgot about loading screens. And when a game boots up, or, when a game is starting up, it's just instant. When you fast travel in a giant, large open world like Valhalla, boom, you're there. It's not like the days of Skyrim. It's, or Witcher. And there's a Witcher 3 next-gen update coming. Could you imagine? It's instant. There's no loading screens. It's a seamless world. There's no boot up. The systems boot up instantly. The games play flawlessly. They're very fast. That alone makes it. And you say, well, Sean, I upgraded my PS4 to a Pro. I upgraded my Series X to an Xbox One X. Man, that's a tongue twister. Is it worth it for that? Absolutely. And if you have a baseline PS4, I have the OG PS4, by the way. Or if you have an original Xbox One, oh my God, it's not even close. It's not even in the same category. You will see leaps and bounds. So performance, amazing. The switcher on the PS4, the PS5 is like their version of is their version of switching the games instantly from one another. Not as fast as the Series X, but the Series X, you can seamlessly go from game to game. I mean, you have instantly go from Forza Horizon in the middle of a race right to where you left off on Gears 5, or right back to like your Madden football game. It's just instant. And it tells you what games take advantage of that. Smart delivery, another thing, especially on the Series X. On the PS5, it's a little bit kind of confusing. You have to go check the version that you're playing. And I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm playing the PS4 version and it never upgraded me to the PS5. I got to re-download. The PS5's kind of got to get that a little straightened out. But on the Series X, it's flawless. They'll actually tell you there's a Series X upgrade, and it'll tell you in the symbol of the icon on your pinned, games. that you're playing the Series X version, and Smart Delivery will automatically push it to you, the best version of the game. So like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Madden, Gears 5, I just got one for the Division 2. So you'll always know you're playing the latest and greatest of version. So really good. Visuals, the 4K, 60 frames per second, amazing. Now, what if you have a 4K television? Another no-brainer. If you don't have a 4K television, as far as visuals, you might not be missing out as much. But if you have a 4K, like mine checks off all the checks, HDR, HDR10, 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second. Listen to me. You have a TV like that. I have the LG, the NanoCell. If you have a TV with those capabilities, you must own these systems because it's full capability. It's full taking advantage of that tech, and it's unreal. I mean, it's unreal. The advantage that the systems take off of your television that has that kind of tech is you've never seen your TV look this good. I mean, seriously. They come with the high-speed HDMI cables, and it's unreal. I mean, really, it's unreal. I was looking at a baseline PS4 on a 1080p television to a PS5 on a 4K television, and it's like, holy crow. It's like the next gen. It's like they said, oh, you're never going to see another big leap like you used in graphics, like you used to back in the day. But if you're going from that to that, yeah, you will. Especially like Forza or Gears 5, or even like Miles Morales or like Demon Souls. It's just unreal. I mean, really, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. The frames per second. So the visuals, the smart delivery, the 4K, the television capabilities, the all that, amazing. Backwards compatibility is amazing. The PS5 is going to play your PS4 games. I haven't had any problems. It gives a lot of them a little boost. They look great. Some of them aren't, mind-blowingly better. But on the Series X, you really, really get that full-blown. They're going all out advertising it as, we got your back. 360, Xbox One. You got your library. And you got it all in the palm of you got it all on your one-stop shop. On the Series X. So if you got a great giant library, I know all my 360 games were pulling in, and it was like most of them. There's some that are still not backward compatibility yet. I have like a Monkey Island and all that. Sonic CD came through, but like I have Mortal Kombat Collection Arcade on the 360, and it was one of my all-time favorite games. I don't know why it's not on there yet. I'm waiting. I just can't wait to get that on there. So there's some 360 games that haven't backward compatible transfer yet, but they're coming. I guess Microsoft is rolling them out. But yeah, you have the backward compatibility. Like I said, PS5 has got the PS4. So I think there's like a few that don't, and they're mostly VR games. That's another thing. I'm really using my PS4 for the PSVR. Because I figure, why mess with it? You have to go and you have to order the free adapter. I'm just going to run my VR, use my PS4 as a VR machine, and wait for the PSVR 2 that's coming next year on the PS5. Not a problem. I'm not worried about that. I understand if people sell their older systems, that's a problem. I collect systems, so I still have them. I still use them. I have every system ever made in my gaming collection. So I still have the older hardware. I never sold it or got rid of it or traded it in. And, I guess I would say it's a full buy. It's a full great experience. I'm overall very happy. Um, the only problem is new next gen games and launch lineups. I mean, PS5 definitely has the Series X beat. Let's be honest. Um, they definitely have them beat. Even though a lot of them are still available to be played on the PS4, even though they're nowhere near as good. We have Demon Souls. We have a lot coming down the line on PS5. They have a great roadmap. Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok. There's Oddworld, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. There's a great roadmap for the PlayStation 5. An absolute great roadmap. The Series X, they only have this game that just recently came out, wasn't even available at launch. It's a digital only game. It's called The Medium that you can only play right now on Series X. But the Series X is more blow your mind hardware, and making your other games look great. And yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is Series X. Forza Horizon 4, older game. Gears 5, older game, but they look absolutely amazing. And if you haven't played them, they're new games for you. And I understand that. And they have a good roadmap. They have Forza Motorsport coming out soon. Supposedly there's a Fable 4 being worked on. They have the Bethesda first party now, Bethesda deal in the works. They have on the summer Flight Simulator, Halo Infinite. So, but I mean, yeah, as far as exclusive, both systems aren't really 100%. But you know what? Listen, the roadmap for both systems look great. What's available now is great, and I'm having an absolute awesome time. And when you see the trolls in the comments that don't have the system say, so-and-so has no games, Xbox has no games, PS5 has no games, you guys have no launch titles, you guys have no great games, I beg to differ, buddy, because I'm having a freaking blast with both systems. And maybe I'm lucky because I have every system and I have both systems, but I'm loving it. I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast on the Series X revisiting older games. I'm having a blast playing the Series X, new version of third-party games. I mean, they all look great. And I think the roadmap, Xbox has been buying some great studios. They have a great future ahead of them. I think they're going to do big things. I think they're going to announce big things and release big things this year. PlayStation, I think they're just going to blow people's minds. I think they got great things coming. I know people weren't that blown away with the latest State of Play, but that doesn't mean anything. They're waiting. They got a lot up their sleeve, and they got a lot of games that we already know about. And even if based on that, everything looks good. As far as controllers, the Series X is pretty much if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, they added a little bit of a grip on it. They added a share button. It's a beautiful controller. I absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of the controller. It just feels and works great. The DualSense wins controller of the generation. Just because the innovation, just because of the technology, just because it is next gen, it's amazing. And if you want a great example, I tell this to everybody, just play Astro's Playroom. I mean, from the hail and rain dripping down on your controller and you could feel it, from the haptic feedback of the triggers, from the force and the pull and the rumble, the controller is just a piece of tech. It really is. And as far as being an early adopter, and a lot of the bugs and problems people are having, I've had some of them, but nothing groundbreaking. By the time I took these bad boys out of the box, there was good rollouts and good firmware and good updates, both on the software side of the games and both on the UI and the operating systems and the hardware and the controllers. So, normal glitches that I would get on the other systems, normal game glitches from the game developers, and nothing too devastating on the actual hardware. I know a lot of people had problems with the rest mode, a lot of problems with bricking, a lot of problems with hardware crashes, hard drive crashes, glitches. I've had some problems, but nothing where I couldn't get anything back and running. And I had some scary stuff happen that, I overthought it, but I got through it. It was okay. And it seems the more and more of the rollouts and the more of updates, it's getting better. It's getting better. It's not like, it's getting worse or the same. It is getting better. By the time most people get these systems before they can even get them, that's another thing. You should be fine. We're the guinea pigs. We're testing it out. We're going through the rough stages. But that's part of being an early adopter. As far as securing the bag, as I say, and finding these systems, it's still a bitch. There's an AMD shortage. Everything with the pandemic, everything with so they say, everything with keeping it in stock. Even though the Target kiosks say 35 on hand, 35 in the back. I think it's a bunch of bullshit, to be honest. It's all to create hype. But anyway, that's my theory. You'll be able to walk into a store soon, they say, and just get one of these things. And I can't wait because we got big games coming. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I'm looking forward to the Flight Simulator on the Series X. We got God of War Ragnarok. Some games already got delayed to 2022, but that happens. That's part of it. I want to talk a little bit about the operating system. The Series X is pretty much the same. I don't really see much of a difference. They made some changes, but overall, Microsoft's whole thing is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And for the most part, it works. The PlayStation 5, on the other hand, is quite different. I'm still getting used to it. There's a lot of things I like about it, and there's a lot of things I'm not crazy about it. Like, I just wish certain things were just easier. There's a lot of buttons to press and menus to go through to get to certain things. But it is a clean look. It is to me, the operating system that is the simplest, cleanest, but works flawlessly and does its thing is the Switch. But it's good. It's got some nice little features. I do like how you don't have to have like a wallpaper and every game is its own visual little demonstration as you go to each game. The store doesn't, and nothing loads into its own app. It's just there. Like you go to the PlayStation Store, whatever, or PlayStation Collection, and it's like right there. There's like a home bar on the bottom that has like this switcher, your broadcasting share features. And then you have the upper top bar. Oh, cards. Cards is another thing, and I'm really starting to like them, and I use them more and more. And each game has different cards that you can get to during, depending on what game you're playing. The cards are anywhere from they tell you your progress in a mission, they tell you what trophies you got to get. And one of the biggest things, one of the most mind-boggling, biggest breakthrough things is help system, where you don't have to go on YouTube or Google and you don't have to look up these dumb sites like IGN to get help anymore. The hints are built right into the game, so if you're stuck, it actually plays you a video of how to do it. To me, that's like mesmerizing. That's like, whoa. It's like a strategy guide built into the game. And each game is taking a different, advantage of this. The game Bugsnax, I think, does it the best because Bugsnax is a really mind-bending puzzler. And a lot of times I'm like, what the fuck? What do I do here? Instead of standing there for like an hour, put the like spoilers, put the card on that has the little, it'll have like a light bulb, and the hint will come on. You can watch the video, and sometimes it's more than one video. You can put it full screen, whatever. Watch the video, and it'll tell you how to do it. And it's like, dude, wow. So I'm really liking the cards. And overall, the UI is pretty good. It does its thing. It works. I haven't had a problem with the systems reading the USB drives. I had to format one, but I was able to transfer everything from the PS4 hard drive, and I was able to transfer everything from this Xbox One X hard drive, and back and forth. No problem. So, that's it. That's really all I have to say. Go out and get and secure the bag if you can. Watch my tips on the channel. Follow me on Twitter. I'll help you. We could do this together. If you want one of the systems and you're determined and you really want one, you could get one. And I'm going to be doing some giveaways also on the channel. You definitely want to stay tuned to that. Take care, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this special edition of Merry Chat. Thank you for watching my review. Take care.